And so today we're going to demonstrate an ideomotor signal. First we're going to use the Elman induction so that this video will be here for our students. So thank you, Jenny, for coming along today and for our workshop and for volunteering to be one of our little models. So let's smile at the camera. Okay, so Jenny, we're going to start by just getting you into a nice light trance. And all I want you to do is just relax back, press your head back, take a big breath in and close those eyes down. Excellent. And so now I'd like you just to focus your attention on your eyelids and relax those tiny little muscles down so that your eyes become so comfortable and relaxed that they just won't work. So relaxed they just don't need to work. Now you and I both know that if you wanted to open your eyes, you could do that easily. But the only way you could do that is if you stop relaxing them. And I don't want you to stop. I want you to hold on to that relaxation, maybe even double it, so that those eyelids become so relaxed and comfortable they just don't work. Beautiful. And so now that you've done that, I'd like you just to give them a little test just to see whether or not they work. Beautiful. Then stop testing and take that same level of comfort down through the body now, like a beautiful wave of comfort and relaxation flowing from the top of your head down to the tips of those toes. Excellent. So every breath can take you deeper. And any outside noises can simply serve as a sign to relax and go within even more deeply now. Excellent. And so again, focusing in on those eyelids and let them relax even more now. So they're so comfortable they just won't work. So relaxed they couldn't be bothered to work. And when you know you've done that, give them another little test to make sure you really have relaxing to that level. Excellent. Then stop testing, just go deeper relaxed. And take that level of comfort down through the body, like a beautiful wave flowing from the top of the head to the tips of those toes. Excellent. And of course, human beings just do better with practice. So one last time, I'd like you to focus in on those eyelids and let them relax even more so they're so relaxed they won't work. Want that and you can have that. And so when you know you've done that, just test to make sure they won't work. Excellent. Now stop testing, go deeper again, and take that same level of comfort down through the body like a beautiful wave flowing from the top of your head down to the tips of those toes once again. So Jenny, every breath can take you deeper. And every thought can take you deeper. And any outside noises just serve as a sign to relax and go deeper still. Perfect. And so now we've got that beautiful level of comfort washing through the body, let's just begin to relax the mind. And so I'm going to count from 1 to 5. And what I'd like you to do is, as I say the number 5, I'd like you to let your mind become so comfortable and relaxed that it could be as though you want to go maybe 10 times deeper. Now, as I said, if you want that, you can have that, because all hypnosis is self-hypnosis. So 1, just going deeper and deeper down now. 2, as if every out-breath were just taking you down an internal staircase. 3, going deeper and deeper now. Nowhere else you need to be but here. 4, the deeper you go, the better you feel. And the better you feel, the deeper you go. And 5, as if you want to go 10 times deeper. From the top of your head down to the tips of your toes. Now, as I mentioned, we all do better with practice. So one more time, I'm going to count from 1 to 5, but this time, I'd like you to double your relaxation through the mind, so that your mind relaxes just like your body's relaxed. So by the time I say the number 5, you can double that relaxation for me now. So 1, just drifting deeper and deeper. 2, safe and secure, calm and relaxed. Whenever we're working together, you and I. 3, your relaxation's now doubling more and more. With every breath that you take, with every thought you think, with every sound that you hear, and with every word that I say. 4, you know, the deeper you go, the better you feel. And the better you feel, the deeper you let yourself go. Excellent. And so, Joni, in a moment, I'm going to count from 1 to 3, and I'm going to reach over and take your left wrist your left hand by the wrist. I'm going to gently lift your hand up. And I want you to let your hand become so comfortable and so relaxed. It's like a loose, limp rag doll or a wet washer. Want that, and you can have that. Now I'm then going to count from 1 to 3, and on the second count of 3, I'm going to drop your hand down onto the pillow. And when your hand drops down, I want you to just double that relaxation. All the way down from the top of your head down to the tips of those toes, just going deeper still. So 1, 2, and 3, taking that hand by the left wrist, loose and limp like a rag doll. Excellent. And 1, 2, 3, deeper, deeper down, going deeper and deeper, just going deeper and deeper still, letting that wave of comfort just flow down through the body from the top of your head down to the tips of those toes, knowing that you're always safe and secure here anytime we're working together, because you're always in control. And so, Jenny, there are 3 main things that we do when we do hypnosis. The first thing is simply following instructions, and by doing that, you've already got a beautiful level of comfort flowing through the mind and the body. Now at this stage, you'll probably find that your mind's whirring and wondering, I wonder if I'm in hypnosis yet. Doesn't feel like I'm in hypnosis, I can hear every word. But of course that's the conscious mind, and I'm not talking to the conscious mind. I'm talking to the subconscious mind that is always listening and keeping you safe. I'm talking to the subconscious mind where all change takes place. So the second thing that we do when we do hypnosis is we start to focus on pictures and images. And so just because I mentioned certain things, you'd be able to see those things within your mind's eye. So for example, even though you may not have been thinking about it a moment ago, just because I mentioned it, you can now become much more aware of an image of a younger you, perhaps on, near or around a swing having some fun. Now you might be sitting on the swing, you might be pushing the swing, you might be watching someone else on a swing having fun, and again, it doesn't really matter. But if you can now visualize, imagine, remember, or get a sense of an image of a younger you on, near or around a swing, I'd like you to let me know by moving this finger I'm about to touch on your left hand, so I'll know how well you're going. So if you can visualize, imagine, beautiful. Or just because I mentioned it, you can now become much more aware of an image of a younger you on, in, near or around water having some fun. So you might be at the beach, the river, the dam, the swimming pool, or even playing with a water pistol. You might be on a boat, but again, it doesn't matter. If you can bring up an image now of a younger you on, in, near or around water having fun, again, just letting me know by moving that finger on your left hand. Beautiful. And you see, the third thing that we do anytime we do hypnosis is that we start to focus more on these different feelings and sensations, because so often we go through our day totally unaware of many of the feelings and sensations we're experiencing. But in this state, we can become so much more aware of them, simply because I mentioned those certain things. So for example, even though you might not have been thinking about it a moment ago, now that I mention it, you can now become much more aware of the feeling of your legs resting comfortably on the footrest. Now it might be the weight of your legs, it might be the way the calves spread out, it might be the softness of the footrest. And again, it doesn't really matter. It's all about knowing that you can bring that feeling up even more intensely now. So if you're now much more aware of the feeling of your legs resting comfortably on the footrest, once again letting me know by moving that finger on your left hand. Excellent. Or just because I mention it, you can now become much more aware of the feeling of the chair just pressing into your back. That reminds you now that you are always safe and secure, calm, relaxing, continually relaxing anytime we're working together. The feeling of the chair pressing into your back, reminding you you're calm, relaxed, and continually relaxing every time we're working together. And if you're more aware of that feeling, once again, letting me know by moving that finger on your left hand. Excellent. Now the reason I've chosen the left hand is because this is the hand that's closest to me. So I can just touch that hand when we're setting this up in the first place. But Jenny, what I want to do now is I want you to allow your subconscious mind to communicate with us. So it means that you will now be able to choose which finger on which hand works for what. And so what I want you to do in a moment is choose a finger that's going to represent for you your yes finger, so that when I ask questions, you'll be able to move that particular finger. And in a moment, but not just yet, then you will choose a finger that represents your no finger and another finger that represents I don't know, or I don't want to communicate this yet. So firstly, when you're ready, just indicate by raising one of those fingers on the left or the right hand that represents for you your yes finger. So when you're ready, let that happen all by itself. Don't force it, but just let it happen when you're ready. Your yes finger, please. Excellent. And so now I'd like you to let us know which finger for you represents your no finger. So when you're ready, excellent. So we have a yes finger and a no finger. And now I'd like you to let me know when you're ready, which finger for you represents I don't know, or I don't want to share that yet. Which finger would be the I don't know, I'm not ready to share yet. And just let that happen all by itself. Perfect. And so your name is Jenny, isn't it? Letting me know by moving one of those fingers. Perfect. You live in Cobar, don't you? Wonderful. You like cats, don't you? You like people that are horrible and nasty, don't you? Jenny, did something happen to you when you were a child that caused you to feel less than confident in your work in the present moment? Was it before the age of 30? Was it before the age of 20? Was it before the age of 10? Was it before the age of 9? Was it 8 or below? 7 or below? 6 or below? 5 or below? 4 or below? 3 or below? 2 or below? 1 or below? Was it in the womb? Was it 11 months or below? Was it 10 months or below? 9 months or below, 8 months or below, 7 months or below, 6 months or below, 5 months or below, 4 months or below, 3 months or below, 2 months or below, 1 month or below, during your birth or before, during your birth, before your birth. Excellent. Is your subconscious mind willing to let you know what it is that happened? And you don't have to tell me, but I want you just to let us know. Is your subconscious mind willing to let you now know and communicate to you what it is that's held you back and affected your confidence in the present day? Is your subconscious mind willing to let that go today? Perfect. Do you have the resources within you to release that today? Do you need assistance to do that? Excellent. And so, are you willing to do that today? Or shall we do that in our next session? Excellent. And so, thank you for your communication. And I think everybody's learned a lot about how we can use this technique to get answers from the subconscious mind. And this is a wonderful tool because this will make our work a lot easier when we're doing that one-on-one session with Jenny at a time when she's already now been primed by her own subconscious mind that it will be safe to release that. So thank you, Jenny, and have you enjoyed this experience? Perfect. And so in a moment, I'm going to count from 1 to 5, and as I do, I want you to slowly come back to this present time and place. 1, becoming more aware now of any outside noises in the background, perhaps the sound of the air conditioning or any other sounds that you may hear. 2, becoming more aware now of the feeling of the chair just pressing into your back, reminding you that you are always safe and secure, calm, relaxed, and continually relaxing anytime you're ready to do this work with me. 3, the energy flowing through your mind and your body, getting a sense of that future you that you're going to be. As we move through the process over the next few weeks, clearing any resistance and opening you up to that world of unlimited potential where you get a chance to live your best dream and release those old holes that have been keeping you from being the person you've come here to be in this lifetime. So 4, the energy now returning back into your arms and legs, taking a big breath in, coming closer and closer to the surface, more and more aware, more and more awake, and 5, opening your eyes, coming all the way back to the room when you're ready.
Wow.
Thank you, Jenny. That was awesome. Wow. So you can just turn that off now if you like.